Breaking news out of an Illinois suburb after a gunman opened fire at a 4th of July parade. Investigators still looking for the suspect. Plus, we're learning new details in an Ohio police shooting that left a 25-year-old black man dead. And why hundreds gathered outside the state capitol in Madison. They're not feeling very patriotic today. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Good evening, I'm Mark Kane. Happy 4th of July to you. Not the sunniest 4th of July this year, with severe thunderstorms possible tonight and extreme heat expected tomorrow. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalte has more out on the weather patio of these alert days. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Mark. Yeah, we already had a couple of severe thunderstorms move through southwestern Wisconsin with some wind damage reported around Mineral Point, but that might be just the opening salvo. We have alert days in the forecast now, not only for tonight, but for tomorrow as well, for the potential for severe thunderstorms with high winds, hail, perhaps even an isolated tornado, but heavy rain might be the main threat. Some areas could see over 2 or 3 inches of rain from some of these thunderstorms. And then tomorrow, there's also the prospect for high heat and humidity, with high temperatures expected to be in the lower 90s with high humidity. That could push heat index readings up to perhaps as high as 105 in some areas. Visible cloud track shows the clouds that we had for much of the day, but a little bit of clearing in southwestern Wisconsin allowed those thunderstorms to develop. They swept down into northern Illinois, and right now things are pretty quiet, mainly across much of southern and southwestern Wisconsin. We'll probably see some more storms develop pretty quickly over the next few hours. Temperatures right now, upper 70s to the lower 80s, where there's a little more sunshine to the west. Temperatures are a little bit warmer there, but look at the dew points. They've come up into the 70s, as we were talking about yesterday, and it's going to remain muggy for tonight. Heat advisories are in effect from noon until 8 p.m. tomorrow for Dane County and areas to the west and south. Again, for heat index readings that could be as high as 105. Look for a couple of periods of thunderstorms tonight. Some of those could have heavy downpours and gusty winds, low dropping only to 72, and tomorrow will be hot and humid with a high of 91, and the heat index, like I say, between 100 and 105, and a possibility for some storms late in the afternoon into tomorrow night, and the potential is there for some severe weather as well. I'll have more of the forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. Stay up to date on the weather on our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has hourly forecast, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. Now to breaking news out of Illinois. At least 6 people are dead and 24 others are hurt after a gunman opened fire at a 4th of July parade in a Chicago suburb. Police say the suspect is still on the loose, but a person of interest has been identified as Robert E. Cremo III. He's believed to be driving a 2010 silver Honda Fit. Danya Backus has the latest.
Police in Highland Park, Illinois, say a gunman started shooting into a 4th of July parade from a rooftop in the downtown area.
On a day that we came together to celebrate community and freedom, we're instead mourning the tragic loss of life and struggling with the terror that was brought upon us.
Officials say shots started ringing out about 10 minutes after the parade started. At first, the crowd thought the noise was associated with the parade. Then they ran from the scene, leaving their belongings behind. Police are searching for the gunman.
The suspect is currently described as a male white, approximately 18 to 20 years old, with longer black hair, a small build, and wearing a white or blue t-shirt.
So far, police have recovered a rifle. This man was along the parade route.
You know, it's just get to a safe place, like get behind a brick pillar or something like that, which I did, and just to catch my breath.
Our community was terrorized by an act of violence that has shaken us to our core.
Officers are going door to door, urging people to shelter in place until the gunman is found. Several 4th of July events in nearby communities have been canceled. Danya Backus, CBS News.
And multiple agencies are helping with the investigation, including the FBI. Police say the gunman allegedly opened fire from a rooftop and believe he was the only shooter on the scene. President Joe Biden released a statement on the shooting saying, quote, "Jill and I are shocked by the senseless gun violence that has yet again brought grief to an American community on this Independence Day." You can find more on this story at channel3000.com. Meanwhile, we're learning new details following the release of body cam video showing the police killing a 25-year-old black man in Akron, Ohio. We want to warn you, some of this video is disturbing. Jalen Walker was shot more than 60 times after an attempted traffic stop led to a chase a week ago. New video shows the moments leading up to the shooting. Police say they were attempting to stop Walker for a traffic and equipment violation, which was not seen on camera. Seconds later, the officer reports gunshots fired from Walker's car. Video shows Walker then leading police on a chase before he eventually jumps out of the passenger side wearing a ski mask. Officers try to deploy a taser while chasing him on foot but are unsuccessful. Moments later, 8 officers unleash dozens of rounds.
They need to be able to articulate what specific threats they were facing, and that goes for every round that goes down the barrel of their gun.
It was absolutely excessive. The law requires to use force that is reasonable.
Police say a handgun and a magazine were found in Walker's car, and that body camera images show Walker appearing to reach for his waist area right before he was killed, but he did not fire at police during the foot pursuit. The 8 officers involved in the deadly shooting have been placed on paid administrative leave. We're learning more about a deadly mass shooting at a shopping mall in Denmark, and we want to warn you again. Some of this video is disturbing. Cell phone footage shows the alleged gunman casually strolling through Fields shopping mall in Copenhagen, slinging his rifle over his shoulder, then giving chase. Terrified shoppers fled for their lives as he opened fire. Investigators say the 22-year-old suspect is a Danish man known to mental health services. The attack in Copenhagen left 3 people, including 2 17-year-olds, dead and 4 others critically injured. Police say he appeared to choose victims at random, then gave up without a fight. A Harry Styles concert nearby was canceled due to the shooting. Investigators are trying to determine what caused a warehouse fire in Madison last night. Crews were sent to the 600 block of East Badger Road just before 9:30 for reports of a fire at a construction business warehouse. Smoke and flames could be seen from the Beltline. The Madison Fire Department says it took crews about 30 minutes to put out the flames. No one was injured as the building was unoccupied, but the fire caused about $250,000 in damage. Investigators say the contents of the building were flammable and fireworks were a factor in the incident. 1 person is dead, another critically injured after an accident in Waukesha County. Authorities in Menominee Falls say an 18-year-old woman lost control of her car and struck a brother and sister who were watching 4th of July fireworks last night. Police say the 24-year-old man died as a result of his injuries, while his 25-year-old sister is hospitalized with life-threatening injuries. The 2 were visiting from North Carolina. One witness described what he saw.
More or less, a lot of people trying to get over to the people in the car to make sure nobody got away. Because to me, it seemed like a Waukesha parade all over again.
Investigators say the driver stayed at the scene and was cooperative. They also say alcohol and drugs do not appear to have been a factor in the crash. It's not patriotism and parades for everyone today. Here and across the nation, wearing black or pink became a symbol for mourning for some. A couple hundred gathered at the state capitol here in Madison to protest the recent overturn of Roe v. Wade, a decision leaving abortion illegal in almost every case in Wisconsin. Protesters who gathered told us they weren't feeling patriotic today.
This year, though, I don't feel that I'm valued as an American. And so I'm in mourning for that.
Today, you normally wear red, white, and blue, the flags and all that stuff, and today is definitely not a day for that. So black is kind of making a statement for our day today.
For more on the landmark decision, go online to channel3000.com for a 30-minute For the Record special covering the impact in Wisconsin. Well, the threat of rain didn't stop people in Partyville from celebrating the 4th of July. Dozens lined the streets downtown for their annual Independence Day parade. Viewers saw dozens of cars decked out in 4th of July decorations and also got to indulge in some sweet treats from people walking the parade route. Some shared their favorite part of the annual celebration.
What are you excited to see?
And I get them candy and this.
Get candy? So that's your favorite part, getting candy?
Come out every year, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fun parade, what kind of things do you see?
We see the cars, the fire trucks with the water.
Several fire and police departments, as well as first responders and veterans, also took part in the parade. A decades-old tradition in Shorewood Hills continues today as the village's vintage fire truck led dozens of small children winding through the neighborhood. On board, Madison Mayor Satya Rose Conway and Wisconsin's longest-serving state senator, Fred Risser. For the tiniest of children and the most vulnerable of seniors, it's something they've returned to year after year. Leading the group today, 3 generations of the Jeffrey family and the grandmother who made the costumes.
Put them together. I chose, what it looked very authentic. My grandson is extremely unoriginalist. Therefore, he didn't approve of any other embellishment. Should have been original. This is a tradition for us. My daughters, one of them is here every year. This is our turf.
So I'm wearing the blue. I have the white wig.
For George Washington.
Yeah, for George Washington with my hat. Well, I am the lookout for George Washington.
Today, the parade turned 42 years old. Well, next to 5, Gary has more on a weather alert day, plus a closer look at the science behind fireworks. That's after the break. And then later, headaches continue for millions of people traveling for the 4th of July holiday. Details coming up at 6.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
Menards has everything you need for your landscaping project. Give your lawn the love it deserves with Mastermark Lawn Edging. It makes for a clean edge around gardens and flower beds. Get 11% off all landscape edging. Add an attractive accent to your outdoor space with our huge selection of landscape blocks. Add definition to a flower garden or create a new hangout spot with a backyard patio. Get 11% off all landscape blocks now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. It's Terrific Tuesdays at Hy-Vee. This Tuesday, Chips Ahoy cookies, only $1.49. Hy-Vee orange juice or apple juice, only 99 cents. 2 pounds of Hy-Vee shredded cheese, only $5.99. And basket and bushel blackberries, 2 for only $3. Tuesday only. And save even more during Red, White, and Fuel. Right now, save up to $5 per gallon with your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
It was a dream. I knew it was going to be a lot of work, but I knew that the passion was going to make it not seem like work. Dupaco was really there for me, helping me kind of gain financial literacy, everything from the business loan to setting up the LLC. Dupaco really was a great guide and a resource for me getting this whole entire project off the ground. There's been a couple of classes when I'll walk in, and especially when it's the busy room and I start to get choked up. Those are the days when it's like, this is what I was supposed to do.
Don't miss the 43rd Annual Art Fair off the Square, July 9th and 10th, located in downtown Madison between the Capitol and the Monona Terrace Convention Center, showcasing the talents and creativity of the Wisconsin Alliance of Artists and Craftspeople, featuring beautiful ceramics, art glass, painting and drawings, photography, sculpture, jewelry, and so much more. Buy local and support your Wisconsin artists and craftspeople, July 9th and 10th, the Art Fair off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
Get the Channel 3000 app, and I'll show you ways you can save time on your commute. The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
Need to know what the traffic is like before you hit the road? Get the Channel 3000 app now, and I'll tell you where the trouble spots are and how to get around them. The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Patriotism was on full display in the nation's capital, with crowds appearing close to pre-pandemic levels. In Washington, D.C., families reflected on the meaning of the day 246 years after the adoption of the Declaration of Independence. The National Independence Day Parade returned after a 2-year absence due to the COVID pandemic, and those attending are from all over. For some, it's their first big trip since the pandemic.
It's nice to see people coming back together around similar values, around democracy.
My father was in the military, and he's since passed away. So for me, this is more towards like veterans and military.
It's really interesting to see all the patriotism and everything is beautiful here.
President Biden returned from his weekend at Camp David to host a 4th of July barbecue with military families at the White House. In a Twitter messages, the president praised the sacrifices of our nation's service members and said, "Our best days lie ahead." Well, tonight, an estimated 16,000 fireworks shows will be held across the country. So how do pyrotechnicians create all of those beautiful shapes and colors in the sky? Michael George shares the science behind the spectacle.
It's a dazzling display in the sky.
a symphony of sights and sounds. But the magic behind fireworks is actually just science.
We're seeing chemistry in action.
Paul Smith is president of the Pyrotechnics Guild International.
The basic composition of a firework material, it has to have an oxidizer and a fuel.
Do different colors require different chemicals?
Exactly. And there's a couple of key elements that we use, or several key elements that we use there. Strontium is the predominant one used for red. Barium is often the key component in green color situations. Copper is for blue.
Each fireworks shell has to be precisely packed and timed to the second to synchronize with the music. And even the grandest of fireworks displays, the Macy's Spectacular, uses many of the same techniques as local public displays. This production involves 48,000 shells, creating 17 unique patterns in the sky.
And this particular one will get thrown out in the shape of a happy face.
Macy's fireworks designer Gary Souza showed us how the small frame in his hand can create massive shapes in the sky.
Making shapes with fireworks is become more and more of an art, in the sense that you have to strategically place the shells with the stars within the shell.
An awe-inspiring American tradition powered by science. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And a tip from the pros, they say the best seat to watch the fireworks is not close up. It's better to give yourself a little distance to take in the entire display. Today's on and off rain forced the Edgewater Hotel in Madison to cancel their annual 4th Fest. The family event was supposed to feature 3 live bands and a kids zone with face paintings, balloons, and more. Hotel staff say it was a tough call to cancel after they had roughly 1,000 people last year.
We're looking at possible hail today, which I think had part to do with it, because we can't cover the whole plaza with our tent. Unfortunately, we need a little bit of sunlight and clear skies if we're to do anything around here. So I think it was mainly a safety concern as well as an attendance concern.
Staff say there's still more fun this week. They'll be showing the Cubs game in the plaza tomorrow, a movie night Thursday, and live bluegrass music on Friday. Let's get a look now at your certified most accurate weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has your forecast. How do the fireworks look for tonight, Gary?
Well, it's touch and go. I mean, it just depends on where the storms are, and they can develop very quickly, even though there's not much out there right now. We have alert days in the forecast for the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms, not only for tonight, but for tomorrow and tomorrow night as well. High winds, hail, perhaps even an isolated tornado can't be ruled out in the strongest storms, but maybe the main threat will be heavy rain. Some areas could see an inch or two of rain in a very short period of time. And then we also have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow for high heat. High temperatures are expected to be in the lower 90s. You factor in dew point temperatures that'll be in the 70s. We could be talking about heat index readings as high as 100 to 105 degrees. As we take a look at high resolution radar, a line of thunderstorms swept through southwestern Wisconsin earlier, but now those are into Illinois and Indiana, moving away from us. Nothing is out there right now, but the air has become increasingly humid, and it's also becoming unstable. So we could see another round of thunderstorms develop very quickly in this hot and humid air, or warm and humid air mass across southwestern Wisconsin. Storm Prediction Center still has a slight risk of severe thunderstorms, or a level 2 risk across much of southern Wisconsin, again for high winds and hail. Tomorrow, a level 2 risk from Madison southward, a level 1 or marginal risk for isolated severe storms north of Madison, and even on Wednesday, can't rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm, especially southwest of Madison, the higher severe weather threat to the south and west. This is a very active weather pattern where you have high heat and humidity, and depending on where a front ends up, that determines the rainfall amounts as well. One of the longer-range computer models shows the potential for as much as 3 to 5 inches of rain through parts of northern Illinois. The other longer-range computer model has perhaps 1.5 inches for rain across northern Illinois, only about a 1/2 inch in Madison, but there'll be spots that will pick up 2 or 3 inches of rain depending on exactly where the heavier storms go. And then, of course, heat. We have heat advisories in effect for areas, for Dane County and areas to the south and west for tomorrow, but look at how widespread the heat advisories are. Excessive heat warnings in effect for the St. Louis metro area, where heat index readings could hit 110 degrees. These are the current heat index readings right now. While we're at 80, not far to the south and west, triple-digit heat index readings across Iowa through much of the central and southern part of the United States. And these are actual temperatures, 78 in Madison, but 94 in Des Moines, triple-digit heat over parts of Kansas and Nebraska. And take a look at these dew points. In the lower 70s, tropical air, that will fuel thunderstorms, and it doesn't take much to get those storms going. And sometimes they can go you can go from almost nothing going on to a severe thunderstorm in less than an hour. So these storms could be hit and miss, and you don't have to go too far away, and you might see an area that misses out on the rain altogether. And you can see the first batch of storms going through right now, a couple of thunderstorms trying to develop up to the north, but eventually we'll see more storms kind of develop in between. And as a warm front lifts northeastward and a cold front starts to sag to the south and west, these are the areas that could spark off thunderstorms over the next couple of days as the fronts wiggle through the area. So heat advisory in effect for Dane County and areas to the south and west. This is from noon tomorrow until 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could have heavy rain. Low temperature dropping to 72, and there'll be some patchy fog. Tomorrow, hot and humid, high 91, heat index 97 to 102, and some late day thunderstorms. On future track, watch how quickly storms could develop and then sweep on through tonight. Then maybe a break during much of the day tomorrow as temperatures heat up into the lower 90s. Another round of storms develops and sweeps on through. You kind of get the pattern. I mean, you know, they're hit and miss. When it rains, it'll rain hard, but there'll also be dry periods as well. And some of those thunderstorms could put down 2 or 3 inches of rain. It's hard to predict exactly who's going to get that kind of rain and who won't. But thunderstorms are in the forecast at least through Friday. Next weekend will be dry as the humidity levels drop. Humidity comes up a little bit early next week with some thunderstorm chances, but temperatures will stay mainly in the low to mid 80s. As we check out first warn traffic, of course, on a holiday, things pretty quiet. This is the view where the Merrimack Ferry docks, and they've had no problems there. You can see no problems on the Beltline, traffic moving at the posted speed limits, as well as I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison. About a 15-minute trip either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. No problems heading from Madison to Janesville on I-39, 90 or US 12 Middleton to Sauk City. And downtown to Sun Prairie will take you 17 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hypnotize your way to savings.
Breathing techniques to help you save.
Looking to make saving a habit?
Yeah, what's the secret?
No secret. Just open a savings account at BMO and we'll give you a cash reward for every month you save.
A cash reward?
Just for saving?
Mm-hmm. And when you open a checking account, we'll give you a $300 bonus to get your new savings habit started.
Love that.
What's your book?
How to get a $300 bonus and a monthly cash reward for saving with BMO.
He literally wrote the book on saving.
That's me on the cover.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
We would never hit 12 drunk.
Clutch it up drunk? Not a chance. Do a stoppie drunk? We would never drift drunk. So you should never drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over.
At USA Insulation, we fix hot homes. Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
Wisconsin, Governor, we have one chance to get this right. Remember one name, Kevin Nicholson. Marine, 5 years. Iraq, Afghanistan. Came home, founded No Better Friend Corp. Taught Wisconsin conservatives how to organize and win. This is about the ones who work for a living. Worry about safe streets and buying groceries. Warrior conservatives. This is about Kevin Nicholson. Conservatives, rise up. We have a leader.
Meet Ron. That man is always on. And he's on it with Jardiance for type 2 diabetes. His underhand sky serve, on fire. His grilling game, on point. And his A1C, Ron is on it with the once daily pill Jardiance. Jardiance not only lowers A1C, it goes beyond to reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease. And Jardiance may help you lose some weight.
Jardiance may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
A once-daily pill that goes beyond lowering A1C?
On it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, the Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest returned to Coney Island today. On the men's side, Joey Chestnut won his 7th straight title, eating 63 hot dogs in 10 minutes. This was his 15th win overall, well below his record 76 hot dogs he ate last year. Jeffrey Esper came in second, eating 47.5 hot dogs. In the women's competition, Miki Sudo took home her 8th straight hot dog eating title, finishing a total of 40 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Sudo missed out on the competition last year due to her pregnancy. Michelle Lesko finished second, eating 26 hot dogs, and we'll be right back. The final check your forecast.
Son, it's about time we had the talk. It's time you knew the truth. Windows can take a beating, especially here in the Midwest. When it's time to replace them, call Feldco.
Isn't Feldco offering 2-for-1 windows right now, Dad?
They are, son. They are.
Less talk, more action. 2-for-1 windows from Feldco makes home improvement easy and affordable.
2-for-1 windows ends soon. Call now.
Quality windows, siding, and doors. Call 866 for Feldco.
Don't miss the 43rd Annual Art Fair off the Square, July 9th and 10th, located in downtown Madison between the Capitol and the Monona Terrace Convention Center, showcasing the talents and creativity of the Wisconsin Alliance of Artists and Craftspeople, featuring beautiful ceramics, art glass, painting and drawings, photography, sculpture, jewelry, and so much more. Buy local and support your Wisconsin artists and craftspeople, July 9th and 10th, the Art Fair off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. It has an affordable rate starting at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-644-6688 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-644-6688. 1-800-644-6688. That's 1-800-644-6688. So call now.
On this Independence Day, deadly parade shooting, the developing story in a suburb north of Chicago. A gunman perched on a rooftop fired into a 4th of July celebration. We will have the latest as another American community is consumed with grief. Plus, short supply, staffing problems, and drought force cities across America to douse fireworks celebrations. What they're doing instead to light up the sky. And we'll hit the field with a baseball team that's driving social media users bananas. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Well, a dog named Savannah became the first dog to walk around the world. Savannah was adopted by Tom Turchich from New Jersey. Turchich was inspired to walk around the globe after a longtime friend passed away. He set off in 2015 and adopted Savannah a few months later. Together, the pair walked across 6 continents and 38 countries. They spent most nights camping and walked between 18 and 24 miles each day. The trip took 7 years, and Turchich is only the 10th person on record to walk around the world.
Wow.
Might be the first dog ever, too.
Yeah, no kidding.
Quite an adventure. All right, Gary, final check of the forecast.
Well, we have thunderstorms that have moved through southern Wisconsin already. Let's take a look at the radar here. There we go. You can see the storms moving into northern Illinois. But take a look at what 6-hour future track shows. Potential for another line of storms to sweep on through pretty quickly. So we'll see if those develop. We have alert days in the forecast for tonight and tomorrow for severe weather and for heat and humidity for tomorrow. Current temperatures are in the upper 70s, but dew point temperatures are in the 70s. That's very tropical out there.
Very soupy out there.
It is.
The perfect formula. All right. Thank you, Gary. Thanks for watching, everybody. We hope to see you back here at 6 o'clock. Hope and enjoy the rest of your 4th of July holiday. Have it.